In this bag, I got a game-changing scan tool that's going to be beneficial for technicians and DIYers. And the best part is, it costs less than a pair of Jordans. Now, at Master Automotive Training, you guys know we're all about testing, not guessing. So let me show you why the Innova 5610 is a good tool for you to have. Let's take a look. So in the bag, you're going to get your OBD2 connector, your Innova scan tool, some paperwork, a USB cable, and this right here is a free app. This free app is actually going to help you. So this way, if you have any questions, any technical information you need, you can always contact Innova and you're going to get information similar to what us professionals pay with all data and all that fun stuff. This right here is the user's manual, and you guys know that us technicians, we don't read owner's manual. So we're just going to leave that right where it is because we're not going to be touching that. So let's set this bad boy up and let's check it out. All right, so once we plug it in, Scan Tool's going to do a quick self-check, bootloader, and it automatically detected what protocol this vehicle is, which is pretty awesome. This alleviates any type of guesswork, so this way you guys don't mess up, select the wrong protocol, and slow it down. So again, you guys can download the Repair Solutions app, which is basically going to be a light version similar to what we use as Mitchell On Demand or All Data, and it comes with your actual tool. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and skip that. And there we are. So right away, just like with most other code reader scan tools, it's going to do an IM test. So it's basically letting me know that as of right now, all my monitor status is green. So readiness monitors are good. There is no diagnostic trouble codes or freeze frame on this vehicle. So that's pretty awesome. And we'll hit OBD2 menu. Once we do that, notice how we have our generic OBD2 information. So we have IM readiness status and PID 01 and 41. We have DTCs, mode 3, 7, and 0A. We can erase codes, which is mode 4. We have freeze frame, mode 2, live data, mode 1. Monitor test, we also have mode 6. That's awesome. Mode 8, so we have bi-directional on this vehicle. Drive cycle procedures, which is freaking great. We have vehicle information, mode 9, so even, Cal ID, CVN, all that fun stuff. And all of that would be there. So let's see. I believe this scan tool has a manufacturer specific. So let's see if I could find that. Okay, so here we have service resets, service check. Oh, we have EV. That's great. DLC locator. If you don't know where the OBD2 plug is on your vehicle, we can find that there. Firmware version, tool library, tool settings. Let's see here. All right, so I ended up going to system status and I ended up here. So here's my OBD2. I also have ABS, SRS, TPMS, and I have OEM enhanced. And then also I could do a all module scan, which is pretty cool. So let's go to the enhanced side. Yes, it is. Yes. So the reason why I want to go into the enhanced is typically most scan tools or code readers, this is a really small platform, so I'm not expecting this to be super fast when it comes to live data, but let's take a look. So let's enter our live data there and let's watch it to see how long it takes. Awesome. So now that we're there, we could do live data or custom live data. So live data is going to give you all the available PIDs. Custom live data is I'll be able to select which PIDs I would want to see. We're going to start with our standard live data and see what we got. So we got APP or accelerator sensor position 1 and 2, atmospheric pressure 14. There's our battery voltage, calculated load, intake air temp. Distance since DTC's cleared 123 miles. That one's a great one. So if you guys are ever working on a vehicle and the customer states that the check engine light came on relatively quickly, this is how you can find out how many miles were driven before the actual light came on. Here's our engine runtime. So this one's letting you know how long the engine's actually been running for. If you guys notice, there is a slight delay here with the runtime. So again, this is going back to there's so much information that this little tool needs to process. So that's possibly why it's running a little bit slow there. So notice how it took me a bit to get there. Let's see if mass airflow, if we can change that to a different. Nope, it's in pounds per minute. Yeah, most of them do that for some weird reason. So this vehicle's been driven 379 minutes since the DTCs were cleared. Vehicle speed 0. Warm-ups since DTC is cleared is 11. Right now, loop status, VSV is at 53%, so evap is purging at the moment. Lambda slightly rich, nothing too crazy. And if you're wondering how I know that, lambda right here is at 0.997, which means it's a little bit on the rich side. But then if you look right here where it says milliamps, it's at negative 0.03. So when it's negative, it's running rich. Positive, it's running lean. And standard air fuel ratio voltage for a Toyota is 3.3 volts. 3.2 means that the vehicle is running a little bit on the rich side. Above 3.3 would mean it's lean. All right, cool. So let's go back real quick. I want to go to live data and I want to select some custom PIDs and just run a quick test here just to make sure fuel delivery is okay, just like I've taught you guys in the past. And then we'll go from there. All right, so let's look for loop status. All right, and then we're gonna do wide open throttle. We'll do a wide open throttle. So as we all out drive, lambda went rich. O2 sensor in the rear went rich. So we'll do that one more time. So this is indicating to us that we have a good fuel control with this vehicle. So this vehicle is in really good fuel control. So with bidirectional, we can actually do quite a bit. We can activate some of these shift solenoids, a vacuum pump, VSV for evap, which is a vacuum switching valve, or the solenoid, the vent solenoid. We could check compression, TE1 to E1. So that would be the old ALDL Toyota data link connector. We could do fuel cutoff. So we could do quite a bit with this little tool for 300 bucks, guys. You can't go wrong. So let's go back here. Let's see what else we got. It says we could do a battery alternator test. Let's see how that works. Let's do alternator because I have the vehicle on. Okay, hit continue. Increase to 2,000, 3,000 RPM. Okay, we're there. That is cool. So it basically told us that we're in good shape there. So that's good. Let's see, DLC locator. We'll check something else. Service resets. Let's see what do we got. Maintenance indicator, battery reset, battery initialization, parking, steering angle, TPMS relearn, throttle body relearn, which is common on these Toyotas if you replace the battery, ABS bleeding, DPF reset, traction control, injector coding, maintenance reset, transmission. Wow, this is freaking awesome. For a little handheld unit, this is dope. Right. And remember, guys, I'm still in the what you want to call it. I'm on the factory side. We haven't even gone to the generic side. So let's go to generic side. I'm gonna go to some of my favorites. Go to mode 6 real quick. This is gonna be a key thing for me is how is mode 6 laid out. I'm really particular. Yeah, see, this is not how I like my mode 6 data, but oh well. Um, so the reason why I don't like mode 6 data this way is because I have to click in and out of different mode 6 sections, which to me is kind of a waste. So that's why when it's like this, I'm not a big fan of it. If you guys want to know anything about your cat, you can always go right here to 21. That's bank one. 78 is the address for the engine computer. 79 is usually transmission. 22 is usually bank two. So we got a value of 0.113, which is above the minimum of 0.129 and below the 9.99. So this catalytic converter passed, which great because these Toyotas usually fail for cats. Here's an EGR VVT. evap, O2 sensors, and misfires. Let's go and check some misfire data real quick. No misfire data. That's great, right? So I'm liking what I see so far. Let's go back. Let's see what they give us on the generic side. Yep, so we can do the, I think this is a service bay test. Unable to perform, check condition out. So the vehicle's too hot to actually run that. That's pretty cool. We could actually run that test. Drive cycle procedure. Let's see, complete monitors. Let's say we want to do, oh, these are the only ones that let you. Let's go back. Let's see what we got. Enabled monitors. All right, let's say we want to do cat. So monitor status resets incomplete. Da, 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 da. Continue. Okay, cool. Again, guys, for 300 bucks, you can't go wrong. Quite a bit of information on this bad boy. Let's go to data real quick. This is let's see. I have all data PIDs selected, so let's just snap the throttle real quick. Let's see how fast it responds. Not too bad. Not too bad for being a little code. What looks to be like a code reader, but is a full scan tool. It's not bad, guys. Um, Again, we're seeing a lot of the information that we should be able to see using generic OBD2. Wow. Oh, we can graph it. Let's see. So I want to do my math real quick. So my mass airflow sensor, as I accelerate, we should go up. So let's graph that and let's go wide open throttle. That was cool. Yeah. So it's reading really good. We can actually do two graphs. So we can graph two components at the same time. So look, there's TPS and mass airflow. So my TPS went to 80%, mass airflow went up. So we were able to get a good reading there. We can, oh, four, we can add four. Wow, that's really cool. So there's a TPS, bank one, sensor two, and short term field trim. I like that. Let's check out in use performance tracking. That would be in mode 9. In use perform. Oh, wrong one. So we'll go back there. That's awesome. Right now we're checking TPMS. Let's see if we have any issues. We're going to live data real quick. Let's see what's up. Oh, nice. Mode status normal. All four tires are registered. Let's see if it gives us a code on the tire. On the, it does. That's gangster. All right, guys. Well, my first impressions on the Innova 5610 is actually pretty solid. Uh, from being used to $5,000, $10,000 scan tools, then going to stuff like my Top Scan, this is actually a pretty good tool. This is my first time actually using the tool. I am going to be progressively using it on some cars to test some vehicles out here at the shop, and then give you guys some more feedback. As of what I could see right now, this tool has really good capabilities of doing a lot of the stuff that my higher end tools could do. And this is just a quick grab and go. Price points around 350 bucks. It's not too bad. There are some tools that might be a little bit more cost efficient when it comes to OBD2. However, this one also does the generic and the manufacturer side. It does do a lot of the safety resets and all that fun stuff. All in all, if you like Innova, this is actually a really good tool for you to go for. The 5610, if you're a diagnostician already, you're already in a shop, or if you're just a DIYer that does it on the weekends, this would be a really powerful tool. Plus, with the access to the repair information, that's going to make it that much better for you. Now, one thing that I want you guys to take away from this is obviously we didn't really look into any issues because there's nothing wrong with this vehicle. So there's nothing we could look at. But a couple things you want to take into consideration. Number one, it doesn't matter what kind of tool you're using. Tools don't buy skill. So if you're underskilled, you don't have the proper training, knowledge, or experience on what you're looking at within that data, it doesn't matter how expensive your tool is, you're still not going to have a good outcome when it comes for you to test and try to repair a vehicle. Number two, a diagnostic trouble code doesn't equal a part number for a specific part. Whatever code you pull from the vehicle, you need to research it, find out how does that system work, how does a computer monitor that system, and then test it to verify if it's the input, which is the sensor, the output, which is the actuator, or if it's an actual circuit problem. Don't go buy a part based off of a diagnostic trouble code. That is not a fix. That is guessing. Okay. Again, and also don't go to a shop expecting them to replace a part simply because you pulled a code using a tool, something like this. This is just a tool, just like I mentioned. With the right training, the right knowledge and experience, you can use this tool to guide you into properly testing and finding what the cause is for a particular fault. Now, the data doesn't lie. Not only this one, but also YouTube says that a majority of you guys that watch our content are not subscribers. So if you guys like this information, make sure that you guys give us a thumbs up. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a ding every time we drop a new video. It always helps the channel. It helps us get information in front of you, help you guys as we are on a mission to better the automotive industry one technician at a time. This starts with you. And also, since I'm a big believer in an investment in education pays the best interest, why not get free information from Master Automotive Training? So again, guys, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys like the 5610. I'll see you guys on the next one.